At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Taken in by Pierce. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. To throw here on 1st down. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete out to the right side. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Offense in the hurry up here. Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They motion the tight end over. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jackson now on 3rd. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. They connect on the deep shot. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That one's complete over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lamar throwing again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Darius Slay has it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. The pitch is out to Johnson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field, but he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Connects with Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
That one complete to Hopkins. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And again, it's Jackson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Throw on third down. Caught by Flowers. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Ravens at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw for Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Working inside the red zone. Looking. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Henry. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They send him left out of the slot. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. Now they'll see if they can tack on 1 more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Pierce now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Throwing it to start this drive. He fires one deep down the middle. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On first down, Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Looking to throw. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He'll get this to Henry. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
He's got him. That's Mixon. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They kick the running back in motion. He's back to throw. He connects downfield on 4th. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They are throwing it again. Intercepted in the end zone. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. And the Ravens get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. He's gonna push one deep down. That's complete inside the 35. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Has it at the 7. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. Jackson yet again. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Evans now to return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Johnson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Justin Matabike making that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got his target, it's Baker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. They're throwing it. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, here's Lamar. Oh no, the ball is loose! Steelers have it, headed the other way! Has room down the left sideline. And Pittsburgh's gonna take this back for the touchdown! The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, Brock, we both know this. Some guys are only looking to make the tackle and end the play. Others come in hunting for the football and forcing fumbles in hopes of getting exactly what we just saw.
And it can be tough for these receivers. A lot of times, they know contact is coming, but they don't always get to prepare for it because they don't always see it.
Yeah.
And these elite defenses, well, they view a completed pass as just another opportunity to create that kind of fumble, and sometimes even a defensive touchdown.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Henry on the catch. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Lamar. He's on the move. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense up to the line fast. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Caught by his back. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Lamar throwing again. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Working quickly here. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Looking for a target. They're on him again, and he goes down again. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Ravens 14 points back. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Fourth and forever coming up. Man in motion here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Rolling left, buying some time. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
him here. Chased out to his right. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. The Steelers set to punt it. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Short drop, and he gets a kick away. Punt taken at midfield. And he's going to be touchdown as that return comes to an end. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got Andrews. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw for Jackson. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Got his target, it's Baker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up to pass. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Finds the in route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.